a trip to the beach, never else compare. Turn up LA to the Bay, swear to God it's so amazing. Sacktown be the spot, we wanna keep it rocking and you know we don't stop. Santa Cruz keep it heated, fucking up the boardwalk. Shout out to Santa Rosa, when I come through you know it's over. There's no place I would rather be, yeah. Then lay back, enjoy this summer breeze.
Talofa, Utah, Talofa World, Talofa Internet. Welcome to Buddha's Lounge under Everyday People. We are so grateful, Up Pacifica chapter, grateful for this opportunity. I'm Big Buddha, the host of Buddha's Lounge. What we like to do is, I was just telling my brother Gabe here that the whole idea behind doing this is because we want to give people their flowers while they're alive, while they're doing the damn thing, right? I mean, I'm not wishing any harm on anyone. God forbid if something were to happen to you. I don't want to be there saying, damn, he used to be a badass barber. Damn, he had hands. You know what I mean? And that's great and fine. But you're not hearing me tell you how good you are and the trail that you've blazed. And thank you for being all of that, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring in my friend, let me just tell you, Buddha's Lounge is powered by GetMedCard.co, the easiest and quickest way to get your medical card at the lowest price. Everyday People will be championing this week. It's a big week for the medical card industry. 18th, 19th, and 20th, Everyday People will be out there live. You can get your medical card for $75. And if you're new this year, wait for 420 to do it. You'll get up to $420 in savings. That means you get to go back into the pharmacy and use that money. I mean, well, you said, dang, that's a lot.
Damn, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And and the prescription lasts a whole year.
Yeah.
So you can go back and get the medicine. Remember, there is a professional care provider that has to qualify you. Now, if you don't qualify, you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
If you qualify and you want it, you can pay for the license or the permit, which is $75. And again, up to $420.
Once again?
Once
Damn.
again, yeah. All these locations, 18th, 19th, and 20th, we're going to be giving away tickets to Loonies. They're going to be at Liquid Joe's on Sunday, 420. Yes, that song, I Got Five on it. I don't know any other song, but do we really care? No, we don't care. 21 years or older. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome in the man that is trying to help y'all stay good looking and stay beautiful, the co-owner and founder of the Royal Lounge. Please give it up for my good friend, Gabe Mataitusi.
Thank you.
Yeesh.
First and foremost, thank you for having me on the podcast, Buddha. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with you this evening.
Man, you're being nice, man. Doesn't that make sense though? Like I said, I don't want to wait 10 years down the road and something were to happen. I'm like, man, my friend Gabe was a good barber. Man, I wish when he was alive, I could have told him that he was a badass mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me and Cindy just talking about it, he said, what? Let's start doing it now. Let's bring on these movers and these shakers and let's give them their flowers. And then that way, when it goes into the video library and the vault, it'll stay there for the future generations, But at least we had you at your prime.
Yeah.
And not trying to find video clips and pictures of what you used to look like.
Man, Buddha, I'm light skinned. You're making me blush. Stop it. Thank you.
Okay. But thank you so much for being brave, for being creative and stepping out. Before we talk about the Royal Lounge and the space that you've created for men to come out and look beautiful, to relax, and to feel confident, before we talk about those things, take me back to early Gabe and tell us about your islands, your families. We like to call it explain your life, but you know how polys are. Are you poly? Where are you from? Who's your dad? Who's your mom?
Go through the whole genealogy.
I want to know if you're related so I don't date your sister. Stuff, just stuff like that, dumb stuff like that, right? So share with us, who's your family in your islands?
Yeah, so my parents were both born in Samoa. My dad was born in American Samoa, but his lineage comes from Alebaka.
Oh,
Upolu.
Straight. Oh, there's some warriors out there, boy.
Kuwa, right from the back.
Oh, you ain't lying.
And then my mom, she comes from a small village called Senga in Upolu.
Okay.
But my dad was raised in Southern California. My mom moved out here in 1994, and then they met out in Cali. So yeah, it's been a great journey. I mean, second generation immigrant. That's, I think, is what's contributed to the dedication and the desire to want to do better. Because we didn't come from too much, right? you know, people from the islands, we come here and we scrape, we claw, and we try to make something of ourselves in hopes that our kids are going to do better, and that's where that comes from.
What's your favorite part about being Polynesian, being Samoan?
The culture. The culture. It's amazing because no other culture in the world is similar to our Polynesian people, whether you're Samoan, Tongan, you know, we're unique. We're unique.
If you were Mormon, you might say we're peculiar people, but here are we guys, yeah.
Cindy shaking her head.
I'm going to pay for that one later. Told you to get them all out. Told you to get them all out before we start the show, huh? Okay. No, that's great. Great. Did the culture play a role in your upbringing? Did you see it a lot with mom and dad? Can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing?
Yes. So they taught me a lot about fa'aloalo, respect. Just, you know, especially the older people in the Fa'asamoa way, and how you should be respectful to them and to anyone you come across. You know, I had my fair shares of whoopings back in the day, as we all have. And I think that's what's molded me and shaped me to be a better person, ultimately. Because if I was acting the way without any of their Samoan discipline, I'd be a whole different person.
Yeah.
Completely.
You really credit that, the upbringing, the heavy, I don't know if it was heavy-handed. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak for you. For me, part of the culture was heavy-handed for me, and I accepted it. You know, I took it as, that's what put the chip on my shoulder that helped me push through the difficult times.
Right.
Good or bad, whatever, let's not talk about that. I'm just saying it did push me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think that with the respect helped my upbringing and as well as the love for your parents, right? Because the love for your parents is that never-ending love. It's everlasting. And they always want you, your parents essentially want you to be better, as we talked about, a better person of them, a better version of them.
Yeah.
And so we constantly have that support, not only from my parents, but also my wife's parents as well.
I remember, you know, I would see people who come from similar backgrounds as ourselves, humble beginnings.
Yes.
And if they were ever at a point where they were about to come into some money or they were about to be successful in something and have a good payout, they would ask, what is the first thing you are going to do with your first paycheck? And typically the answer that I would resonate with would be, I'm gonna buy my mom a house, right? I'm gonna pay all my bills, and then I'm gonna get my siblings. I have been chasing that dream since I understood what the value of a dollar was, right? That to pay off my mom's house, I'm still trying to pursue that dream, in not as big and grandeur, but now it's more achievable. That's the word I'm looking for. Now I'm setting goals that are more achievable instead of setting these grand visions that may in the rarity that you might achieve it. Can you talk to me about how important it is to have those goals that are attainable?
For sure. Now, just to say this thought before I lose it, we always have that mindset. A lot of famous athletes, they'll go and buy their parents' houses and everything that with their first big paycheck. But me personally, it might be my business mind, but if I got a big lump sum of money, I'd start up a couple of businesses and then give one of those businesses to my parents. That way it's continuous income for them, right? Instead of a one big gift, because then they could buy multiple houses if they have a big stream of income.
You've been hanging around like Polynesian. Sorry, because all my poly friends never talk like that, man. All they talk about, so they met in 2004.
Oh man, a new car, all that. We got to get out of that mindset.
The new dance move.
Oh, yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, right?
Not at all.
Because later on, we all figured out, hey, we need to switch. We need to change the way. I just wish that this part, the later part, happened sooner, so that I would get on the game. That's all. It's no diss to. I love my growing up. I love how we did it. We came. And credit to our parents. I hope that you had the same experience I did, where I didn't know I was poor. Even though we were dirt poor, I didn't know it until I was an adult looking back, maybe in high school looking back, and realized that, oh dang, I got holes in my shoes. But then I looked around, everybody's got holes in their shoes, you know? And so I didn't feel so out of place. It wasn't till later on. So credit to our parents for keeping the hustle and making sure we weren't so depressed or so caught up in our financial status that we didn't even live life, man.
Yes.
It was still fun.
Shout out to our parents.
Shout out to our parents. I love that you answered the culture is important to you, that you
Yes.
love. That's the favorite thing about being Samoan is the culture, because that tells me a lot about where your mind is in the service industry. That means this is your jam. You know, if you really do talk about the Samoan culture, let me put you guys on game here. What my man
Let 'em
Gabe
know.
said is, if service is what drives the Samoan culture, and you are in love with the Samoan culture, you're in love with service. And so why? So this fits perfectly.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? That living your culture and your business is one and the same.
Oh, it goes hand in hand. It goes
Tell
hand
me
in
about
hand,
that, bro.
100%. I think with me and my wife and our business, our goal isn't to sell products, right? Our goal is to sell experiences,
Experiences.
sell service, sell memories,
Thank you.
dreams and hopes, because that's what keeps people continuously coming back, right? Providing that above and beyond service to them and just showing them genuine love.
How tough is it? Are you really one bad thing away from maybe losing a customer? Maybe forgetting that you're there, that they're there to get pampered.
Yeah.
Is that important for you as the artist that's the barber or the salon, right?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I always live by is that golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. And if I'm sitting in that chair and you're my barber cutting me up, what do I expect?
Ooh, yes.
And myself, I hold myself to a high standard in things that I want to have happen, and so I'm gonna give you that type of service. You know, I'm gonna get to know you. I'm gonna pick your brain.
I've heard this. I've heard this term. I think you're the one that said it to me the very first time we met. Therapists,
Therapists.
right? Like therapists, but it's the hair appointment. It's whether it's guys or women. You're coming there, and like you said, you're talking to them. You're getting to know them. You are their
Yep.
therapist. Is that a term?
That's a thing.
Okay.
You know, us in this specific industry, in the beauty industry, we're therapists. We're not licensed, but we're therapists. People come to us with all their problems, and although we may not have been through what you're going through, we can talk through it.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Because of that, and we see it on movies and TV shows, that there might be a scene at a salon, and the hairstylist is saying, "Girl, you're stressed out. I can look at your roots." Is that really true? Can you look at somebody's hair, or maybe their scalp, their skin, and you could tell as a professional?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It may not be stress. It may be some underlying things that they're going through, but most of the time it is stress. You know, you begin to lose hair if you're stressed too much. My wife, she's going through finals week in college right now, and she
God,
told me the other day she's losing a couple strands. Stress plays a big factor in your hair, for sure.
Ooh, man, you just brought up some bad memories. Ooh,
PTSD.
finals.
Sorry, I cussed at you.
No. No, we're not talking about what happened. Fine. Never mind. Well, hey, we're sending nothing but positive vibes to your wife, you know, as she's studying for finals, and all of the students that are studying for finals. That, you know, I'm very happy. It just made me smile because your love of our culture and the business that you're in. To me, some people might say you're destined. You're supposed to be here. You're anointed. Whatever those words might be, you're in the right fit.
Thank you.
You're in the right fit. I'm gonna take a quick break. What's one of the reasons why we brought Gabe on? 3 reasons actually: Mother's Day, Father's Day, and graduation. Those are the 3 things that are right around the corner. Okay. Now, every day is Mother's Day, so we're gonna start with Dad, since Dad only has 1 day a year, and every other day, 364 days, are Mother's Day. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about something that you can get your dad if they're losing their hair and they want to get their hair back, aka confidence. Don't move a muscle. Come on back. We'll explain our lives when we come back. All right. Talofa, and welcome back. Oh wait, there's a question in the chat here. I heard that if you go to another barber, it's like cheating. Oh, sorry. Talofa, welcome back into Buddha's Lounge. We're having some fun. Father's Day is right around the corner. You know, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Graduation is right around the corner. But let me ask you, I have heard that men and women, your hairstylist, your barber, that if you have one and you're there all the time, you don't ever go to a different hair salon, or hair person, or barber. True or false? And explain it.
100% true. Fun fact: 75% of men, now I can't speak for women in the hairstylist and cosmetology area, but barbers, 75% of men are loyal to their barber. And I think that goes back to the conversation, the therapist, as you brought up. Because you're bringing up your issues with this person. You come back for your next appointment, they're following up. How's this going? How's that going? What's new in life?
Jeez, you're right.
And so that brings the repeated person back.
Sorry, I'm the kid at the back of the room raising my hand. Mr. Mataitusi, Mr. Mataitusi.
Go for it.
Question is, I'm in a pinch. My barber, regular barber, is halfway across town. I gotta get to this appointment right here. If I go to this unknown barber just for a quick fix, is it cheating?
It is.
What?
It is. Yes. You should have planned ahead of time. Should have
How
planned
serious?
ahead.
No, wait, okay. How serious does the barber take that? If can it really break up a relationship
No,
between
no,
clients?
no, not at all. I mean, I think what happens is clients will venture out and try someone else and realize, oh, dang, it's not as good or the conversation wasn't as good. They always come back.
Wait, what are we talking about?
It's just like that person you dated in the past that keeps trying to come back. You know, that's how it is with the clients.
See, that's why I never, I never have used my foot massage
Yes.
until the last year. This last year is the
Okay.
first time I used my foot massage
Oh,
technique.
oh.
That's all I'm going to say. I saw the sign. But, I understand it now.
Yes.
I thought maybe it was just a joke, but
It's true.
now that you've explained it that way, they're your confidant. They know your secrets. They actually really are talking to you. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Here I am thinking that's just a housewife's tale,
100% true.
Same thing with the
I can
women.
vouch.
Same thing with women, I'm assuming.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Hey, look, I need some comments. I need y'all to comment. If you have a barber that you go to, I need to hear what's the experience like. Why do you keep going to that barber? Ladies, same thing. If you have a hairstylist, tell me about the time that you had to go to Belinda when you're supposed to be scheduled with Mariah. Yeah. And then Cindy comes along. And anyway, I just want to know what it's like, That's crazy.
It is.
I thought it was just something not true. I thought it was trivial.
Yeah. Thought it was false, a
Wow.
myth. No.
That's crazy.
Something psychological, for sure.
Okay, here's something that just made me think of it.
Yeah.
So that's also another skill set for a barber or a hairstylist, having a conversation, being able to carry a conversation.
You need to be able to carry a conversation. Communication's key. You always hear that relationships, any relationship you have in life, marriage, friendships, communication is key. Same thing with barbering and any area of expertise you're in.
Is there a barber-client privilege?
I think it's an unwritten rule. An unwritten rule. Everything is
I need it
discreet.
written. I need that rule to be
I need
written.
to know you're not going to put my information out
I need to know
there.
we are tight before I go to a barber. I need to know. So what's your address? Who are you married to? What's your father's name? What's your
Everything.
mother? I need to know all of that before I commit to a barber.
And tell your
man.
dirty secrets on. Ow.
And there has to be a clause. I mean, oh man, that'd be crazy. No, okay. I teased earlier that we were going to talk about the gift
Yes.
that you can give your father, your husband, any male. I don't know about the women's. We'll ask about the women's side, but any male in your family that has, well, let's say has gone bald. Maybe they chose it on purpose, but now they can't come back from it. You say, you just got through telling me there is a way to regain your confidence if your hair is part of that confidence.
Yes.
Explain the game.
So as guys, the only thing we have for ourselves is our hair, right? And beard if you have facial hair,
Yes.
of course. But as we begin to lose that, if you're beginning to thin, that's what breaks down your confidence as a man.
Yes.
That's why you see a lot of guys wearing hats.
Yeah. Or shaving all the time.
Or shaving it
Yeah.
all off, getting rid of it. That's the easy way to get rid of
Yeah.
it. But ultimately, Buddha, I'll ask you, if you had your hair that you did back in the day, full head of hair,
Uh-huh.
would you be a different person?
Oh, I would have got married on the first day last year. If I had my hair, I would have walked through the door and Cindy would have touched my hair and it would have went like this. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, that's how magical my hair.
Okay.
I feel like, but
Yes.
I had to take it off because, I'm responsible.
Yes. And you're not the
Just
only
kidding.
person.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's telling the truth. No, and you're not the only person that feels that way about their hair. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not
right?
joking. I mean, if you're being serious.
Yes, it's our confidence. And so one service that we offer on the his side at the Royal Lounge is called, in short, SMP.
Okay.
But the actual name is scalp.
Dirty. Ooh. I'm just saying. Ooh.
Ooh, spooky.
Say it again. Mufasa. Ooh.
SMP. Ooh. So scalp micropigmentation, right? So
Okay.
it's pigment. Pigment is another word for ink. Micro ink on your scalp.
Okay.
And to put it in layman's terms or easily for you guys to understand, it's a tattoo process that makes it look like you have little hair follicles on your head. If you are thin.
Okay, again, I'm a little kid in the back of the room. Sorry.
Go for it.
I've had tattoos before.
Yes.
And I've had the ink. Sometimes the ink doesn't show up well. Am I going to have the same problem with the scalp? Like if it goes in black, but it turns green or?
Not at all. So the ink that we use is different than the ink you use to get tattooed on your body.
Oh.
Right? So regular tattoos, they start off black and then they fade to green.
Yeah.
Not with scalp micropigmentation ink. It'll hold that black. Now, of course, tattoos fade, and essentially a SMP is a tattoo. So
Right.
you do have to come up for touch-ups every year. But when you initially get it started, it's 3 sessions. So we'll go session by session, observe where we need to touch up, where the ink may not have taken into the scalp, and give you that full illusion of a hairline.
I'm thinking
at
about
the end.
something.
Go for it.
Cough once for yes, twice for no.
Go for it.
Has Donny Osmond come through your shop and had this treatment? Dang it. Let me see. Let me see who else. Has anybody from the church's leadership been to your shop and gotten the pigmentation so they don't look so bald? Once for yes, twice for no. Dang it. Okay. All right.
There's a lot of men that need it. That's the
Oh,
thing.
wow.
There's a lot of people that need it, but I think it's just one of those things that they aren't aware is out there. They haven't been
Dude,
exposed
this
to
is
it.
really the first time I've heard of it, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
I thought you were totally pulling my leg. I'm like, this dude's gonna totally pull like a April Fool's joke on me, man. This is not even seriously, man.
And it's a confidence builder. So for those of you out there whose fathers, you look at your dad every day, you might see, oh, dang, his hairline's kind of going back. He's got the LeBron hairline, as I call it.
Is there somebody famous who has done the procedure that we know what they looked like before, but now we're like, oh yeah, it looks like. Is there anybody famous that has done that?
Not that I know of, but that's because it's such
Nobody
a good
wants
illusion.
to talk about it.
No one wants to tell, oh, my hair was thinning, but I got this
Oh,
procedure
that's
done.
right.
And I'll be completely frank and honest with you. I got it done.
I don't believe him, guys.
I got it done.
I've interviewed before. I don't recall.
The previous interviews, if you go back, I'm always wearing a hat. That's the thing.
Whatever. You and Afa Alu. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean that. Afa, I didn't mean it like you're bald or anything. I just know that you wear a hat. That's all. I love you. Sweaters was amazing, by the way. Yes.
Love you, Alpha.
We do love Afa. We
Yes,
do love Afa.
yes.
So that is a gift that keeps on giving. Do you have to do it in one session? Do you have to do how many sessions? And is it affordable? Do I make payment? Look, I'm already asking these questions because I felt like I might be scheduling myself.
3 sessions.
Okay.
3 sessions.
Not bad. How long are the sessions?
Usually about 6 to 8 hours, anywhere in between there, depending on the severities. Because some people, like me, for example, I was just thin here in the front. Some people have got the full top. Just depends on
So plan
how
on
bad
taking
it is.
vacation, taking a week off.
Yes.
Schedule some plasma appointments. You want to donate some plasma.
Plan on not drinking alcohol or going in the sun as well if you're doing
we
it.
might have some problems.
You're still
I'm
scheduling
just
it,
kidding.
Buddha. And then cost of it, we pay per session, so there are payment plans available for the service.
Yeah. So you don't know what you don't know. So call and ask, and then schedule an appointment. But look, man, I'm telling you, one tawalunga, and you got it, man. I'm just saying, one.
Maybe 2 or 3 people.
One lipaanga, and I'm telling you,
You're good.
you got it, and you will have confidence.
Yes.
Confidence. That's what it's all about. One last one. Cough once for yes, twice for no. If The Rock has been through your shop and has got the SMP.
How many coughs for I wish?
5.
Come on through, Uncle, please.
I know you want to grow your hair back. Come and do it over here. We can help put the magic back on top. Huh? We're going to take one more break. We'll come and wrap things up. We will talk about gifts. Guys, if you want to gift to impress the ladies, the moms of your life, or the graduates in your life, come on back. We have some suggestions that Gabe's going to put you on game. Okay? See you guys in a little bit. Talofa, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us here in Buddha's Lounge with our special guest tonight, Gabriel Vai Mataitusi, the co-owner and founder of the Royal Lounge. Address?
1498 South Major Street in Salt Lake City.
We just got through talking about an excellent service for guys who are losing their head and their hair and would like to regain their confidence. S&P, schedule your appointments. What's your phone number, please?
Our phone number is 801.
Yeah!
Ooh,
Liz,
sorry, it's Liz.
Liz
Liz is the one. Liz is the one. You can contact Liz at 801-809-6857. I know her number.
Just kidding. But that's a great gift, especially if you got a guy who has everything. You know, it's hard to buy gifts for somebody who has everything, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good gift. Now, guys, it always seems to me that we have difficulty shopping for the women in our lives. And one thing that I've heard of, guaranteed never fails, a salon appointment. If you get your wife or significant other a salon appointment, whether it's massage or hair or some treatment like that, they will love it.
Yes.
They will love it. So tell me what's available on the other side that guys can start to think about, maybe buying packages for their moms, because Mother's Day is right around the corner.
It is. It is. We've actually got a giveaway that's coming up in the works that we
Okay.
will be posting on our social media here
Okay.
soon. Follow us at @TheRoyalLounge_Utah, a Mother's Day giveaway. But the services that we offer over there, eyelashes, get your mom a facial. Facials are it's quick and easy. It feels luxurious. They're in and out, and they come out with brighter skin.
What's the one service, if you had to say, would be the one that your mother will feel, especially a Polynesian mom who has never had a service, right? What's a service? Mom, please try it. She finally says yes. What's that one service that she tries that she comes away? I gotta go back. What else do you have? You know what I mean? What is the gateway? What's the gateway service?
Ooh, the gateway service is probably going to be the facials. It's probably going to be the facials. Eyelashes are new. I would recommend eyelashes as well, but you know, some of the older moms aren't used to it. They'll look at it like, what? You know, they're not used to it. But facials, it's a massage. They're used to us fulfilling them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's something masangi for them, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say laser hair removal, but that might hurt some feelings for people that are watching, you know? So we're not going to bring on that topic,
Look,
but we do offer that as well.
If you get your mom or your wife a laser hair removal for a gift, you deserve everything that's coming to you, buddy.
Expect the reaction.
Yeah, the wrath, whatever that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we listen and we
don't.
judge. Oh, we're gonna judge a lot. We're gonna judge you. And especially if it's for hair, you can't see. It's in the back. Okay, sorry, I said too much. Graduates,
Yes.
people might think, why am I going to give a graduate a salon package? You and I were talking about it's a great idea, actually, because remember, they're just finishing school. They might be getting ready for a big event, who knows, a wedding or a job interview, right? What's a package that could get a guy or a gal fresh out of high school, fresh out of college,
Yes.
ready for a job interview, just at least to look like it?
I think for guys, it's probably our combo of a teeth whitening and a haircut. You know,
Do y'all do teeth whitening?
we do teeth whitening as well.
God,
Sorry if I forgot to mention that, but
that's
we do teeth whitening.
amazing.
Just because pictures are taken at graduation, and those are the pictures that live with you for the rest of your life.
Forever.
And if your teeth aren't white, if your hair's not looking good, you know, you're not going to want to look at those pictures.
And
20 years.
pictures will stay forever.
Yes. Your mom's going to post it on her social media. Everyone in the islands are going to see it, wherever they may be at. You want to
And you
look
know
your
our
best.
people.
Yeah.
Dang it.
And then for the women, nails, eyelashes, and then a teeth whitening as well.
How has that been? You know, with a culture like ours that it's very conservative, you know, very religious based. Have you seen? And I'm asking this and I'm hoping that it is happening. Have you seen more of our women stepping out, self-expression? Maybe nails coming in to me, it's pampering. It's really about taking care of their self-love.
Right. No, they have. And that's the
that's
thing.
good.
The people in our culture are coming out of that older time. You know, their shell and kind of experiencing these things that, like you mentioned, we see on TV, we see in movies. And once they try it and they feel good about it, they want to keep coming back. they want to continue feeling that way.
There's a question in the lounge. Yes, Miss Engineer, what's our question? Can women get SMP?
Women can get SMP. They can.
Okay.
If there are some parts of your scalp that are thinning, you can keep your hair long, and then we can do SMP on it to add some density to the illusion.
Is it the same? Before this, I heard of eyebrows. That
Yes.
there would be some cosmetic. Is that different? Do you offer that service?
We do offer eyebrow tattooing as well.
What?
So that's the thing with women is they just want to get up and go, right? They spend how long? How long, Buddha? The city spend getting ready.
5 minutes.
Getting
Takes
ready.
5 minutes.
Why are you lying to me right now?
I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. I live here. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
And it's not just in anybody. Any man knows their woman's gonna take a while to get ready.
Yeah.
And that's why if you get their eyelashes done, if you tattoo their eyebrows, make it look like they have makeup on, make them feel good, they're out the door, 2-3 hours earlier, so you can make it to the reservation at dinner on time.
2-3 hours earlier.
Oh yeah.
And that's just eyebrows.
Yes, that's just eyebrows.
Wow. What about just eyebrows? That's just eyebrows. So.
So yes, we offer tattooing for eyebrows and SMP for women.
Well, okay. Any other questions? Please send them in the comments. What about Botox? Is that something? Fillers? Is that something you guys do?
So
what?
I'll hit on this. We've got an event actually coming up.
I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So May 17th, we have what's called a BBL party.
Oh, BBL.
Not that type of BBL you're thinking about, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, look,
no, I didn't mean it like that. No.
Cindy, get him after this. So BBL. You're in trouble. So Botox, bubbles and laser.
Laser.
So we've got a nurse coming in that we know, and she will be administering.
PPLN. It's a PPLN.
Not the snorty. BBL.
I hope my mom's not watching this one.
You're getting in trouble. I feel bad for you.
See, I'm gonna go on Saturday. And then she's gonna ask me, pee mama or a light pee? Which one? Sorry, Mom. Sorry. Now at that party,
yes.
Did you say it doesn't cost any? No, it doesn't cost for admission?
Free entry to the party,
What?
May 17th. Now, if you are interested in Botox, there are details on our social media page. You have to pre-purchase prior to the event, just because they are coming from out of state.
Look, if you like to have fun with yourself, come get Botox shots. It's the craziest thing. I had it one time when I was on Fox, and I spent hours looking in the mirror trying to move my eyebrow. It wouldn't move.
No.
I tried to smile. I'm like, I'm sad. Nothing happened. I'm happy. Nothing happened. It was fun. I had the best
crazy,
time.
huh?
Yeah. I was hours, especially if you're called now on kava. Oh, you'd be like, and nothing happened. Anyway, sorry. You have Botox, huh?
Pre-purchase for the event. We will be giving out free hand massages to everyone that comes.
What massage?
Hand massages, to clarify.
You're massaging other people's hands
Not
or
me.
things to massage their hands?
Our workers will be massaging them. We also are doing $25 tiny tattoos. So we offer tiny tattoos at the Royal Lounge as well.
What is that?
So tiny tattoos are less than 3 inches. We've got a template of different, you walk into a tattoo shop.
Like a butterfly, like
whatever,
cutesy.
yeah.
Okay.
Little small things if you want to play some, $25. And then lastly, my wife, who does the laser hair removal, is doing $50 sessions on any area of the body that you want laser hair removal.
Any area of the body.
$50 for the first session.
Let's see if you really mean that. Any area of the body. Back of the neck.
Yes.
The back
I
of
can't
your,
speak for my wife, but I'm
no,
saying
not
yes.
for your wife. I'm just saying, do you give that service? Will you wax
yes,
that area?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you'll do the back of the neck?
Back of the neck.
Would you do like ears? Because I see a lot of our people got hair and ears.
If it's possible and there's hair there, we'll get rid of it.
Rid of it? What about lower back? I don't know anybody that has hair on your lower back, but I'm just saying if there's hair on your lower back, you know what I'm talking about. Can
You're hitting me in my soul. Yes.
Can I schedule for him to get? I mean, can they go in?
I can speak for it because my wife did it on me. Yes, lower back.
What if you take off your cardigan sweater, but it still looks like you have a sweater on? What about that person?
We could get that person as well.
You sure?
Yes.
Gosh, there's no other scenario.
It may take a little longer, but we can do it. The goal will be achieved.
Look, we're having lots of fun here, and we're not really poking fun. I'm not poo-pooing on anything. We're just trying to have some fun. All this to say, these are really about your self-love, about your self-care. And really it's about, you got to be careful who is actually giving you the service. That's why it's, like you said, it's somebody you got to trust. You have a relationship with the client has a relationship with their barber or hairstylist. And that person, like you said, the massage, they know your body. You've been going to them for so long.
Right.
That's the person you want to trust for any adjustment, for any. Can you talk to me about the level of the professionals, the training that your people have, your staff, so that people that are coming in for the first time, they can rest assured that these are trained professionals at your place of business?
Yes. So to hit on that, so my wife and I, we've been in this specific industry for a number of years. Outside of offering services, we do apprenticeships. So anyone that's interested in this particular industry can come to us and get licensed through the state. Now, you will be trained by either me on the barbering or my wife on the esthetician side. So we hold them to the standards that we provide. So I guarantee you, you come in and get a service from any of our workers, it's as if you're getting a service provided by us.
That's amazing.
And so that's what we go through with the application process, because we've had so many people reach out to us. And we go through an intensive interview process just to see if you would be a good fit for our brand and our name going out there.
So you do have licensed therapists that carry your name?
Yes.
Because they got the training from you guys.
From us.
I got you. So you want them to be able to have integrity and be able to, because it talks about who you guys are. Yeah.
Exactly. That's our marketing going out there for free, right?
I would love to end in the last 15 minutes to talk about the training part, because this could be a career, right?
Yes.
If let me ask you this: what if you have a young lady or a young man who loves to first conversate? 2, they're good with their hands. 3, they are good at multitasking. Are these some of the things that can maybe a young man, a young lady that's sitting home right now just heard all of these things, say to themselves, wait, I can have a career as a barber. I can have a career as a hairstylist. What are you looking for? I want to take a break so that you can collect your thoughts.
Yes.
Let's do some job. Let's get some new generation of therapists
Yes.
ready. What are you looking for? And who is the perfect candidate to become these therapists and possibly work for Royal Lounge? We're going to cover that when we come back. Don't move muscle. Enjoy the music. Like BBL, or is it like a BBC?
BBLN.
Talofa Utah, hey,
we're back.
welcome back in. When we go mute, we're still having conversations. We're just, hi, we're talking about the Royal Lounge. There's an event happening on May 17th.
Yes.
We will get to that. We'll close out with that. But we last left you off by talking about careers for the younger generation. I think they're poised to be probably some of the best in the game, because they're already in the social media realm, right? They're already posting. They're not as shy as we used to be because they're in front of the cameras already, right? And I'm thinking maybe we just need to teach them a skill and they have a career. If they want to be creative, they want to. Who are you looking for? Who does this career speak to as we're talking to the young people? Maybe they're about to graduate from high school. Are there any openings?
So if anyone, the younger generation, if you're unsure about what you want to do in life, you're a people person, like you said.
Okay.
You have great communication skills. You're very vocal about things. Then look into this industry. One thing that we plan on doing, and if there's anyone in the chat that works at a high school, has any school connections, high schools have career days. All these different big companies go, but we don't really see. At least when I went to school, I didn't see any barbers, any estheticians. Most people don't think that could be a career, and that's just a hobby. You definitely can make this a career. And if you're worried about money and things like that, you can make good money in this industry. We'll just leave that at that.
And even money as well for learning. There's scholarships. There's all kinds of those kinds of things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So here's another thing too. I think at the beginning, you have set hours, but as you get into the business, is it true you can set your own hours?
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
You have power of your scheduling, so you can kind of block out if you need to go on vacation, block that out. If you need to leave earlier for a family function at night, you can block that out as well.
You're your own boss almost, sounds like.
Exactly.
Wow. You won't be losing your hair. You'll just be S&P your hair.
There's no stress in this
There's no.
industry.
Well, I'm think, as we're talking, it gives me this joy talking to you, knowing that this is where you belong. This is your jam. This is your lane.
And I
You
love
know,
it.
I could, bro. You have not stopped smiling.
No.
And when you talk about it, I don't feel like it's you're forcing it. It comes off naturally. It comes off. There is a love. There's an air of love and admiration when you talk about it. So, just for me alone, I want to just come there just for that. I want to come to your place of business just because I want to be around this, regardless of what service it is. If it's the least amount of time, I still want to be around this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You make me feel comfortable. You make me feel appreciated, and I want to hang out.
It's the conversation, and that's what I always tell people is come and visit, sit in my chair or anybody that works at the Royal Lounge's chair and have a conversation and see why people keep coming back.
In closing, let's wrap up with information about the event again.
Yes.
Any of the events, job openings, all that. But let's start with the BBL, May 17th. Again, absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
No cover charge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No door fee. Feel free to come. We'll have light refreshments that day. It'll just be a great time, a great environment, just to come and get to know people. Great networking as well, if you want to get to know some people here in
We
Utah.
have some samples of, I don't know if you can sample any of the services that you guys offer, but maybe things that could help out with your hair, or I don't know if there's any samples you guys have.
I think the one that we're sampling is just the free hand massages, just so you can get a feel for how it would be to get a facial, right? Because that's a part of one of the facial services we have is a massage.
So it's the job for somebody to massage the hand, right? So
Yep.
it would be a hand.
A hand massager.
Hand massager, yeah. The job of somebody to. Okay. Free hand massages on the 17th. I almost had him.
Not gonna
guys.
catch me slipping.
Saliva. In closing, let's wrap up with your information. You got to follow Mauso right here. He's doing some really, really good things. It could be a job. It could be leveling up on information, how to take care of your skin, how to take care of your hair. How do we follow you?
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at the Royal Lounge _UT for Utah.
Gabe, in closing, if you could be a service out of all the services that you provide, not BBL, if you could be a service that you provide, what service would you be and why?
Oh, that's a great question. If I would be the hand massager. Back on that now. Huh? No, in all honesty, if I could be any service, I would be, I'd be eyelashes.
Okay.
I'd be eyelashes. Reason being is because that's what we were founded on, was our eyelashes. I mean, for those, our backstory in short, my wife started out of our basement, and we're now in Salt Lake City. She started off doing lashes, Facebook Marketplace, advertising on that. So that is what built us and brought us to where we're at today. So eyelashes.
Smart man. You see how he ended? He ended with his significant, with his wife, Marlo Faftai. Thank you so much for being brave enough to do this business. Not a lot of us are in this business, but you and your wife are doing it and doing it and doing it well. We look forward to many more great things. If I could ask you in closing, I got to ask this.
Yes.
Give me a 5-year projection. What does the Royal Lounge look like?
Oh, it's about to blow up. It's about to blow up. So I mentioned earlier, my wife's in school right now, and we've told a couple of people this prior, and our ultimate goal is to open a med spa. So she graduates next year, RN license, med spa.
You've all been warned.
Say we didn't
You
tell you.
are fair warning. It's about to happen. The Royal Med Spa is about to happen. We threw it out there. It's about to happen. My man, congratulations.
Thank you, Wilson.
All right. If we have helped one person today, then we've done our job. And like we always say on Everyday People and Buddha's Lounge, please be kind. How about a Chihu on 3? 1, 2, 3. Chihu! Bye, guys. See you.
Sprinkle it on me like an hourglass.